Let's just dive right in. What if I told you that you could actually hack your brain to crave studying, the same way it craves scrolling through social media? I know, it sounds completely impossible, but the science behind it is actually surprisingly simple.
So let's start with the big question, right? Why is it so easy to get sucked into your phone for hours, but trying to focus on a textbook for just 15 minutes feels like climbing a mountain? You know the feeling. And I'm telling you, it's not a personal failure. It has everything to do with your brain chemistry.
The answer to that question, the whole reason for this struggle, comes down to this one single word: dopamine. So what is it? Well, think of dopamine as the brain's reward chemical. It's that little feel-good hit you get. Your brain is basically hardwired to chase it, like a heat-seeking missile that's constantly on the lookout for the next bit of pleasure or satisfaction.
And that, right there, is where our problem begins. Because in our modern world, that natural, ancient system has been completely hijacked. Your brain is now sitting in an all-you-can-eat dopamine buffet, and it is feasting.
This right here lays out the core of the issue perfectly. On one hand, you've got social media. It takes almost zero effort, just a flick of the thumb, and you get an instant, massive dopamine reward. It's like junk food. On the other hand, you've studying. It takes a lot of effort, and the reward, that feeling of understanding, is delayed. Your brain is hooked on the cheap, easy junk food, and it's making the nutritious meal of actual learning seem totally unappetizing.
And I want you to really let this sink in. When you're scrolling, your brain isn't just getting a little treat. It's getting a fire hose of pure, concentrated dopamine. A new video, a new picture, a new notification, hit after hit after hit.
So, how in the world do we fix this? Well, it's a two-step process. First things first, we have to reset the system. We need to do a dopamine detox to get your brain back to its normal baseline.
Think of it like this. Your brain's pleasure scale it's broken. It's been so overloaded by all this intense stimulation that the receptors, the things that feel the pleasure, have become less sensitive. And that's why quiet, simple things like reading a book don't even register anymore. They feel boring. We have to recalibrate that scale.
And here's how we do it. And no, this isn't some extreme week-long retreat. It's a simple 15-minute daily practice. That's it. You just find a quiet spot, put your phone and everything else away, and just sit. Let your mind be bored. You are intentionally starving your brain of that constant, cheap stimulation it's gotten used to. Now, I'm going to warn you, the first few times you do this, it will probably feel like torture. Your brain is going to scream for a distraction. But that feeling, that's a good sign. That's the feeling of withdrawal. It means the reset is actually working and you're starting to take back control.
Okay, but detoxing is only half the battle, right? Lowering the noise from all the distractions is absolutely critical. But now we need to turn up the volume on the rewards from studying itself. It is time to hack the reward system and make studying feel good.
This whole process starts with a really powerful shift in your mindset. I want you to stop seeing your books as a chore, as these torture devices. Start seeing them for what they are: treasure maps. Every single chapter, every page, holds clues and secrets that can expand your world. Your brain naturally loves that.
So here is your first practical technique. Don't try to read 50 pages in one go. That's overwhelming. Instead, break it down into tiny, conquerable chunks, maybe just one section or even one paragraph. And after you finish each little chunk, you're going to physically put a check mark next to it. That simple act of completion is absolutely key.
Because every single time you make that little check mark, boom, you get a tiny, satisfying hit of dopamine. It's a small win, and with every check mark, you're teaching your brain that progress in studying actually feels good. All right, next up, the famous Pomodoro technique. Here's why it works. Your brain loves a finite challenge. So you set a timer for 25 minutes and you make it a game. The game is, can I stay completely focused until that bell rings? And if you do, you get a 5-minute break as your reward.
And you guessed it. When you win that 25-minute game, when you succeed, boom, another hit of dopamine. You're building a positive feedback loop, associating focus with reward.
Now this one is incredibly effective. After you learn a new concept, try explaining it out loud, like you're teaching it to someone else. The act of saying it forces your brain to organize the information in a new way. And that feeling when you can explain it clearly, that feeling of mastery, that is a powerful reward all on its own. That aha moment, that click when you finally get it, that is one of the purest forms of intellectual pleasure there is. You are giving your brain exactly what it wants: understanding and competence. Here are a few more quick hacks for you. Take notes by hand, but use colored pens to make it more visually engaging. Actively try to connect what you're learning to your own life. You know, how does this history lesson explain something happening in the news today? And maybe most important of all, approach it with genuine curiosity, not just as an obligation. So, when you combine the dopamine detox with all these reward hacking techniques, you literally start to rewire the circuits in your brain. So, let's take a look at what that transformation might actually look like over time.
Now, this isn't an overnight fix, but I promise you, you will see progress faster than you think. After just a couple of weeks of the detox and these new habits, you'll notice the shift. Food will taste a little better. A walk outside will feel more interesting. And within a month, you might actually find yourself wanting to open that textbook. I'm serious.
And this, right here, is the ultimate goal. You'll shift from studying because you have to studying because you genuinely want to. You're not just chasing a grade anymore. You are satisfying a deep, natural curiosity. You're feeding your brain.
So I want you to remember this. Your brain isn't lazy. It's not broken. It's just been hijacked by a world that's way too good at pushing its buttons. But you now have the tools to recalibrate it. So the only question left is, are you ready to take back control?